how do you get funding for business, right? I mean, so many of us know that our financial freedom, our future, taking our future by our own hands and making it happen really comes down to us being able to go into business and have all the tools and resources. And money is the number one thing that keeps people out of business that want to be in business. We're going to be correcting that today. So thank you for joining. I'm here with my good friend, Mike Banks of Fund and Grow. And listen, I brought Mike all the way out here from Florida to shoot this video for you guys because Mike is, in my opinion, one of the premier experts on this. How do you actually get lines of credit for business? Do people know how to get credit cards for personal reasons? But you got a business idea, and it might be real estate, but you're asking yourself, how do I actually get the money? And I'm not talking about $10,000 and $15,000. We're talking about $100,000, $200,000, $300,000, so that whatever your dreams are, you've got the finances to be able to make it happen. So Mike, thanks for being here today.
Thank you so much for having me.
Dude, go ahead and light it up. We want to hear, what is it that you do for people that make their dreams come true?
Okay, so what we do is we set up business credit lines for real estate investors, entrepreneurs of any walk of life really, and we get funding within the first 30 days. People are usually getting an average of $50,000 to $100,000 in that first 30-day period. And we repeat that cycle 3 to 4 times over the 12 months that we work with you guys.
So over that entire year, how much money might you actually be able to get for someone on average?
On average, we see folks getting between $150,000 and $250,000 on average over that 12-month period.
Guys, this is very serious. You could go and get SBA funding, talk about crazy pain in the butt. I know from personal experience. You could bring a partner in, but when you're funding business or real estate, sometimes you don't want to give up all of the profit or half the profits or whatever your arrangement is. Business credit is a really smart tool that you can have in your back pocket that will actually help you start that business, take that leap, and actually move things forward. So Mike, how long have you been doing this?
7 years.
And in that 7 years, how much funding have you actually gotten for people?
Over $450 million.
Okay, so $450 million that's been made available to people just watching this video. In fact, Mike, when he approached me, he said, Kris, we got another one of your contemporaries on YouTube, and we did this little video, and all of a sudden we've been lighting it up, helping hundreds of his folks and friends actually getting credit. I'm like, I'm jealous. Dude, I can't do this. My people need this resource too, because I've used business credit. I've used partner money. I'm like, dude, I'm not letting anyone get no unfair advantage over me, right?
Right.
So if you're watching this video, we're going to share with you shortly what it will take and what it will look like if you wanted to get $150,000, $200,000, $300,000. Just make sure that you use that money responsibly for business. In my case, it's always coming down generally to real estate, where I'm using my real estate to fund my ventures. Because when I buy a home, I plan on making $50,000 to $100,000 every single time. 10 homes at 100 grand is $1 million. But to make that dream happen, I got to have some funding. This video is dedicated towards one of those ways. Now, let's break it down. It's called business credit, which means it's not tied to their person. They're actually setting up a business even when they don't have one. Like, walk me through that.
Yeah, exactly. So it's business credit. It doesn't show up on their personal report. They still need to have good personal credit to qualify for it. We'll just get that out there in the open. But that's really the main qualifier. So as long as they have that credit score, they're good.
So basically, if you've got any kind of average or basic credit, or maybe even good credit, it's not going to reflect on your personal credit. It's not like applying and getting a credit card. You actually set up a business entity and you apply for the credit for that business entity, and that business entity now has all these lines of credit, and that does not report on your personal credit.
Right, exactly. There is a credit check, but it doesn't report to your personal credit report.
So if I got $250,000 that I'm using for real estate, it doesn't show up on my personal.
No.
That, my friends, is one of the reasons why Mike is actually on my wealth team. My wealth team consists of my insurance team and my realtors and all these different people. But in the game of how am I going to fund this, you can watch videos that I have here if you're a subscriber, and you are, right? On how do I actually, partner with people to get money that way, or how do I go to banks and get conventional financing. This is a third strategy, which is line up your business credit, because that money can be used as a down payment on multiple properties. I mean, $250,000, let's just explore 2 things that you could do. One, I could put 20% down on 5 or half a dozen different properties, and boom, 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 I got my portfolio built up. Or I could use all that money and say, hey, I'm going to turn this property quickly. I'm just going to buy it cash, and often with the 0% interest rate. So those are some of the things that you can do And we've got young people doing this. Let me ask you, what are some of your clients, what have they been out there doing and how are they leveraging these lines of credit in general?
Well, we just had a client, Vance, who posted his testimonial just recently. He bought a duplex using the credit. He's going to refi.
Bought it cash.
Exactly. He used the credit as cash, purchased the duplex, and put tenants in it, and now he's refinancing into a longer term mortgage.
Dude, here's what that means. Vance is about to pull all of his money out so he can go do it again while actually keeping the property. That is a brilliant way of building a portfolio for yourself.
And I personally just did the same thing, actually. I just got into real estate. I just got my first deal signed under contract. I'm going to make $5,000 on it because I have access to this type of credit.
So you're just wholesaling a deal?
Yeah,
wholesaling,
exactly. But having that funding allowed me to put money into the marketing and also purchase the deal if I wanted to.
Now listen, if you're watching this and you're thinking, man, Kris, I get that Mike's part of your wealth team. How do I make him part of my wealth team? First of all, you need to understand that being a part of my wealth team, I get a financial benefit when people work with Mike. It's actually part of my whole wealth arrangement. I'm going to teach you how to do the same thing as you're building your power team. So if you want to work with Mike, reach out to his team. What I want you to do is click the link in the description below. And what that's going to entitle you to is a free consultation. In one phone call, you guys will pretty much reveal all of their potential and how much credit they could potentially get, right?
Yep, absolutely.
And that's what I experienced when I went through it. So
absolutely. And they'll get a couple videos that they'll be able to watch as well.
Awesome. So if you actually want to find out how close you might actually be to getting immediately maybe $20, $30, $50, $100,000, and over the course of the year, $150,000, $250,000, click that link, and that consultation is free. And basically find out, listen, if you have a business or you've been getting into real estate and you're like, man, I keep using the lack of money as my excuse, it is time to put those excuses away. And that's really what this video is about. Business credit is real, it's available. Few know how to game the system, few know how to actually get that business credit put together. Mike and his team, clean above board, they know exactly how to do it, and it's pretty brilliant. I've been watching them for a while, and I'm telling you, I'm impressed. $450 million funded, $10 million just last month. They're helping people left and right. And dude, I can't have them helping my YouTube competitor. I mean, it's not like we're really competing, but it's like you're helping your people in ways that I should be helping my people.
Right.
So we rectified that with this video. Take advantage of that and be one of those that actually lines up the credit and get out there and start freaking crushing it in real estate today.